Good morning, guys. Let's get back to it. Had a pretty good day yesterday. Excited to see what happens today in the market. All right, let's get down to it. Hmm. Okay, let's go here. Or chapter 11s. All right. So yesterday we were watching IDEX. How's that doing? Tesla's got some very. I mean, he's such a troll, though. I don't know. You can never know what Elon is up to. I wonder if PayPal buys this. I wonder if we see PayPal swoop in and buy this. What's up, Boris? All right. Wirecard on the pink sheet soared 154% yesterday to just over $2. Interesting. I don't understand. It used to be when a company declared bankruptcy or was found guilty of fraud, that was it. They were done. But now, in the retail trader environment, I can't tell you. I can't tell you why it was green. I honestly, I mean, nothing really changed. There was some announcements around vaccines, but there just wasn't really a lot going on with the financial news. There wasn't. The market just wanted a green day. So Grubhub is going to try to acquire Postmates again, but Postmates might also just go IPO. I find that news like this is always good for the sector, so Waiter should be up pre-market. Yeah, it is. The ask is 290. The bid is 272. So okay. The U.S. on Monday began eliminating Hong Kong's special trading status, halting defense exports, and restricting the territory's access to high technology products. There'll be a visa ban on U.S. citizens who interfere with the legislation. All right, China's top legislative body approved a landmark national security law for Hong Kong. National People's Congress Standing Committee voted unanimously to approve the law in the former British colony. Hong Kong business, blah, blah, blah. People's Congress, blah, blah, blah. The measure to punish acts of secession, subversion, terrorism, and collusion with foreign forces comes on the eve of the anniversary of Hong Kong's return to Chinese rule in 97. Okay. So anybody that does anything contrary to the Chinese government will be arrested. The law does not include the death penalty, so people can't be killed for this. UK and Taiwan are welcoming people in. It looks like they don't even know what this is gonna really look like. All right, so that's escalating. We've got another chapter 11. This is a mineral miner. People are canceling their Boeing orders. Boeing shares are up 14% yesterday, but I can't imagine refunding 97 planes. It's going to be cheap. Okay. Mixed reviews out of Europe. Okay, what else we got? So this is a comparison of Berlacidin to remdesivir, and that the treatments would be half. The remdesivir protocol is 6 treatments over 5 days. This would be 3 over 5 days. And then it's conjecture regarding how much money they'll make. It's just waiting to get them to human trials. That's the big thing. All right. Just clearing the notifications here. Mm-hmm. I think he's underappreciating the ability of this thing to run, where he's saying it's going to run for a few days. I've got this pegged. I have this pegged higher than this. I've got it up at $8. I think their next earnings is just going to cause it to absolutely fly. I think the hype around "Good morning, Herr lads." Um, yeah, I think that with all of the hype right now around COVID and things still being shut down and resurgence and the southern states getting hit so badly, pair that with the news about Postmates possibly going IPO, pair that with just what was the one that was acquired? Grubhub being acquired. I just think that there's so much news in the sector right now, and these guys remain this independent powerhouse in the South. All the other big guys are fighting over New York, and these guys are looking at the whole rest of the country. Okay, MFA. It's completed its funding. Had an MFA do yesterday. Okay. Has satisfied all outstanding margin calls and exited all forbearance. Okay, what else do we have going on here? Okay. Can't go into a bank in Japan. Where do you think the S&P will end the year? When it comes to the future of the stock market, blah, 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 predictions, blah, blah, blah. So those who think that Trump is likely to win were twice as likely to think that the stocks would rally by double digits into the year end. I mean, this really is the big question here. Does the market think that Trump's going to win? Zimbabwe Stock Exchange shuts down. Wirecard UK gets approval to go back to business, which is shocking to me. Damn, Macau Casino is expected to be down 90% over the last 3 months. See, this is smart. I like this. New Zealand has done a great job, and what they're doing is they're saying we you can't rely on tourism. You can't rely on global travel or global dollars to be the solution for your country's problems, because the trends are very clearly showing that the odds of people traveling internationally are quite low. People are very focused domestically right now. I think that's a really smart move by New Zealand there. Just flat out saying he doesn't expect to see the international students show up, which is a big part of global travel to New Zealand. Why are we locking up Ryan Singer? Okay. Oh, damn. All right, that's interesting. Cineworld cinemas are going to reopen. I don't know who's going. The founder of Eurasia Group is offering insights into what the U.S. is doing. And okay, iOS 14 was debuted. Oh, this is big. This is interesting. This would literally circumvent the China hustle, um, if this law was to pass, because what it requires is one disclosure that if you're owned in any way, partially or majority, by the Chinese government, you would have to make that announcement public. Also, you would have to be subject to the same inquiries enforcement that the U.S. equities are. So SEC would be able to do inquiries into what you're doing. Yeah, so companies like Neo, Luckin well, I mean, here's the list, right? Like, just go down the list on this. See how many we know or have seen before. Baba we know, Baidu we know well, JD, Pinduoduo, Weibo, Sena. Oh yeah, these junk learning stocks. Redu, that was one of those pumps. Wins, that was a pumps. What else we got going on here? Yeah, Helion's doing quite well. Breakdown of retail traders. What the heck is this? Ship is up. Is that 1,000,000%? A 1,000%. 1,500% in a day. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So what is the news that is driving ship up this much? $1,500%. Nothing in the past hour. Past 24 hours. There's very little here. Okay. There must be something on their earnings call that has people pumping like this, but I just don't see. Okay, net revenues of $13 million, 70% decrease compared to the first quarter. I don't understand why this would go up on this news. This news is brutal. Looking forward, strong steel demand in China, historically low iron ore inventories, and the ongoing recovery of Brazilian iron ore exports are setting the tone for a much stronger Capesize market. Didn't we just read an article about China iron ore? We just saw an article about this. TradeSpat. Yeah, here, this. Okay. So maybe this has something to do with why it's running. Oh, it's the reverse split. That's what it is. Yeah, it's already coming down. It was the reverse split. Okay, cool. Cool. Yikes. I was like, what? This doesn't make any sense whatsoever. All right. Yeah, because this is saying that China's going to look to stop shipping in as much iron ore, which is a detriment to that company. I don't know how that would make sense to do that. Let's see how StockTwits is reacting to this. Facepalm. Blocked, you're a real loser. Yada yada yada. IDEX is a US company, you tart. Ideonomics. IDEX. US sales. No, this is not the right. Ideonomics.com. Revenue for the year 44 million compared to 377 million in the same period previous year. All of their electric vehicle stuff is in China. Cost of revenues was 1.5 million for the year compared to 374 million for the year. What? Headquartered in New York and Beijing. Very interesting. Blocked. Do it. Hey, how's it going? Do I think the market will go down today? Hong Kong, China. It's kind of a moot point. What's on the financial calendar today? FX. We've got Powell and Mnuchin in front of the house today, so that could be good. Um, what else do we have? Consumer confidence report. I think we do well. We've got our crude oil stock, which is something for the oil industry at least, but I think the Powell Mnuchin is going to be big. Yeah, I'm okay with it. To be honest, if that's the response. Yeah, the European markets are down for sure. Good morning, trifecta. Oh, you're Sudanese. Really? North Sudan or South Sudan? Yeah, the only reason I know about North Sudan, South Sudan is the religious split, where South Sudan tends to be more Christian leaning. Ha! I was gonna say I was fairly certain that if you're anywhere near Saudi Arabia now, you're probably from the north. But when you said south, I was a little bit surprised. Yeah, you're northern Sudanese. Yeah, yeah. The north is largely Islamic. The south is largely Christian. Yeah, but this news here is from the north, right? I would assume Omar al Bashir is an Islamic name. Yeah, could be cultural, but I would make the assumption that that's the north. This guy's 114 years old and he survived the coronavirus. Yeah, yeah, it's a rough situation. Wowza. No, come back. I want that. I gotta get a new mouse. This one's double clicking with every single click. Putin forever. Where'd that go? There it is. Oh my goodness, come on. Dude. 2036. The Russians are watching me. Occupy City Hall in New York. They're not leaving until they get $1 billion. Jim Cramer. Kekona Pond. Yikes. This guy's lost it. Yeah, Rita and I have been on there regularly, so you get all kinds of stuff. I posted today was scary news for the China Hustle 2.0 crew. Tagged the potential stocks that could be affected by this, and then the article stating that the U.S. government is now tying this Chinese regulation policy to the um, this new China regulatory policy to the National Defense Authorization Act. I should see when the vote is on that. Defense Authorization Act. This is the one I want right here. Okay, so guys, if you don't know, this is the Congress. Uh, this is the Congress site. This Congress site has a breakdown of everything that they're going to discuss, what's coming to the Senate, what's coming to the House. All of that's here. And so when you pop in here, you can search things specifically and see what's going on with. A specific bill. So whenever I see political stuff like this come out, I like to... Okay, so this is largely military. So they're going to tack on the financial agreement to this bill. Okay. And I mean, LK's right up there as one of the ones where it's like, look at this. Look, $42 upside. $42. Stock Twit's blowing up my inbox. Ooh, interesting. So this one's from the House. This has less to do with the market and more to do specifically with the Chinese government. President, Constitutional Secretary of Treasury shall develop and carry out a strategy to seek reimbursement. Yeah, right. This one's funny. Do you guys see this? The President, in consultation with the Secretary of the Treasury, shall develop and carry out a strategy to seek reimbursement from the People's Republic of China. You will not get a penny from the People's Republic of China. This will... What a joke. This one's not going to get passed. Not at all. So, one, we expect the President of the United States to make China pay us for COVID. Two, not 1 year later than the date of the enactment, the President must submit a report to congressional committees under subsection and its implementation of this. The President is not going to be required to report to any subcommittees ever. That's going to be a veto right now. Trying to make China pay us money is ridiculous. It won't happen. This is an absolute waste of time. That's unfortunate. This had hopes. I had high hopes. But there's no way. There's absolutely no way that you're going to make China give you a single penny. That's... Yeah. Weibo, speaking of China Hustle. Okay, did Office Depot do a reverse split too? Why are they up 700%? Yeah, no, I'm acutely aware that China's at fault. I just don't think that it's ever going to be possible. Mexico is a bit of a different story than China. The U.S. holds Mexico's cojones in its hand. One for 10 reverse stock split. I don't understand. This is after market today. It's doing a reverse split. Got another $11 billion, well, $17 billion yesterday into the pool. There's that. Yeah, but I mean, this says the split is supposed to happen after post-market June 30th. Well, today's June 30th. This is pre-market, not post-market. Effective at 4:01 p.m. Okay, it's time to head to Edgar, I think, and read this 8K filing. Edgar. Yeah, that's exactly it. A 1 for 10 reverse split reduces the... what happened there? Well, that died. Why did it do that? History? Yikes. Okay, hold on here, guys. My Google browser died a terrible death. All right, there we go. All right, Edgar. Company. ODP. Interesting. So anybody that buys shares, why would this buy up like this pre-market? Okay, guys. So yeah, essentially what they said is there's a 1-for-10 reverse stock split, outstanding shares. So you can't do it with existing shares. You can just do it with the outstanding shares that are available and left. Um, but yeah, here it is, 401, June 30th. Okay, so what people have done here is they've jumped the gun. Somebody missed the memo and they thought it was pre-market. So what's interesting with this is this thing is skyrocketed now, right? Up to $18 pre-market. Um, and the crazy thing with this for me is a prime target for a short. Because what do we know is going to happen towards the end of the day when this split is actually going to happen? Put your thoughts in the chat, guys. I'm going to go grab a glass of water. I'll be right back, 60 seconds. But go ahead and throw in chat. What do you think is going to happen to the stock price throughout the day today? All right, guys. So what we're looking at here is as we head to the end of the day, people know that every one share of this thing that they own is going to be worth a tenth, right? So if you had 10 shares, now you've got one. If you had 100, now you've got 10. This is huge that this went up pre-market like this because anybody that was holding ODP yesterday. Okay, so yeah, you guys are nailing it. So right now, there's going to be a lot of hype on this because of the growth, right? People are going to be like, oh, buy, 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 buy. And we're going to see this for at least the first 15 minutes of the market. And then what's going to happen is as the day moves forward and people understand that this 10-to-1 split is coming, they're going to go, oh, crap. Everybody that was in at 226 and it's gone up to 1825, congratulations. You made a absolute killing on this. But I think those people are going to be looking to take profit. So what you're going to see happen is this is just going to plummet throughout the day as we head towards the close because anybody that's still holding this sucker at 401 loses 10-to-1. Now, that being said, guys, technically the way the reverse split is supposed to work is when you reduce the amount of shares, you increase the value of the stock, right? So let's say it is at $2, right? It is at $2 at close at 4 o'clock. Okay. Well, technically, when you go 10-to-1, it should be 20 the next day when it opens. Technically, that's how that's supposed to work. Unfortunately, that's often not how it works. This is very interesting, though. This shows me that somebody's going to get fired. Somebody dropped the ball on this and bought pre-split. Unless they're intentionally trying to drive it up 10 to 1. So if it's 10 to 1 and it's 18.25 now, what was the peak on this thing? $10 is the highest it's been over 10 years. So this is an all-time high? This isn't, no. $42 back in the day. Very, very appealing short. Very appealing. Okay, they testified before the Senate last month, and Jerome Powell and the Mnuchin in the hot seat again today. U.S. House Financial Services Committee testimony will cover the coronavirus response detailed in the CARES Act, under which the Fed set up federal lending, PPP, Main Street lending. I think this is going to be good because I think what this is going to say is if we fail to contain the virus, Powell's going to come out and say, we will always be here to print money for you. Don't worry. This is disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. I can't wait to find out who it is that's getting fired on that because that's a screw up of monumental proportion. India blocks TikTok. That's going to hurt its user base. Banks have no idea who to lend to. That makes sense. Outside information trading. It could very well be. Yeah. Well, no. So we had an announcement of the 10 to 1 split. I think that whoever pulled the trigger on this pulled the trigger on this with the thought that it was pre-market instead of aftermarket. WeChat and TikTok are banned. No, what is that? TikTok hidden code? Hidden code. I don't think this is the same code. Oh, build a deepfake maker? TikTok clipboard. Oh, it's not just TikTok. There's a whole bunch of them. Wow. Bejeweled, Fruit Ninja, PUBG, DAZN, Fox News, New York Times, Wall Street Journal. That's huge. That's a big deal. Yeah, now you're going to find out how poorly created apps are and how much information they're actually taking from you. Where is ship at right now? All right. Asian markets are rallying on the US market. US market is down pre-market, except for the NASDAQ. Yeah, like newspapers are done. They're done. Rip. Let it go. All right, what are you guys looking at today? What do you guys see out there that looks good? I tell you though, anybody that had shorts on Office Depot that held them overnight, you are in deep crap. This is why you do not hold a short overnight. Yikes. Oh, that's a new one. I haven't heard that one before. So let's take a look at it. Let's see what we got here. MLHR. Herman Miller. Office furniture and equipment. News. Beats on revenue. Beats on earnings. At 454 million in cash. That's not bad. My only problem with Herman Miller. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's exactly what I was thinking. Bees knees was, um, given the market trend to move out of big offices and into remote work, I don't think that we see as much of this stuff moving as we normally would. So, I mean, let's go to. Products. Office chairs. Ooh. Me likey. That looks like a great chair. I don't like the tacky wheels on it. What does this go for? All right, guys, how much would you spend on a classy chair like this? Eames executive chairs. Huh? How much would you throw down for one of these bad boys here? Product details. Foam cushions. $450 tops. Let's see. Expansive options. Design. What? What in the world? $5,000 for a foam chair. Oh. Ouch. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Marketplace. Chair. DX Racer gaming chair, $220. Let's see if we can't find like a pimpin' vintage chair that we could use as an office chair here. Something nice, something classy. Another gaming chair. That's pretty sweet, right? $300. Go kind of vintage on it. Grab like a vintage chair and redo that. Yeah, I think your initial idea of, well, they did well on earnings is true. I can't see the market for $5,000 office chairs. I mean, you get this one reupholstered in black, it'd be sick. But for that kind of money, like $40, you can get reupholstered for 100. Yeah, that DX Racer chair is nice. So a pretty nice office chair there. I can't, like, what does eBay got for Herman Miller chairs? Herman Miller. My son is finally awake. Hello, Will. Hello, hello. Oh, want to trade the stocks with me? Hmm? Want to trade the stocks with me? This is swag from the my digital marketing world. Hootsuite sent me a coffee mug and this tiny little owlie. which is fantastic for him. He loves it. Yeah. The mini motivator is here, ladies and gentlemen. Here's my $5,000 office chair. Sometimes I fart in it. Yep, that's about right. Yeah, I think you're right, Bee's Knees. Mwah. I like that. Mini Mo. Oh, Mini Mo? You complete me, Mini Mo. All right, what else we got to look at here? Anything else going nutty this morning that we need to be aware of? Office Depot, Sea Maritime, market stocks, free market. No. Meh. Oh, hey. I should call him Minimo. What else do we have going on today? Oh yeah. I don't see anything else. I mean, Sea Energy Ship is nuts. Office Depot's nuts. Blink. Yeah, Blink is up 44% again today. How much was it up yesterday? Do you remember? Boeing. Boeing is down pre-market as Norwegian Air cancels 100 planes and wants its money back. GMAB, no, I didn't. I don't know that Boeing is going to get past the certification, guys, to be honest. I mean, it's not up a ton. GMAB is up 1% from the close yesterday. It's not huge. Maybe it's come down since last night, but Blink, what did Blink do yesterday? Okay, so they were up 32% yesterday, another 45% today. 14 Blink chargers on the 17th. I think that this one has run its course. I think that this is another one that I need to put on my list for today. Here, hold this. Hug that. You take him. All right, guys. I'm going to go deposit this with one of his big sisters. And say goodbye, Minimo. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. 60 seconds, guys. I'll be back. Hello, little man. Yes, that's yours. You can keep him. That's fine. All right, we're back at it. Yeah, I think this is run as far as this is going to go on that news. I don't know that it needs to be as high as it is. I get it that these energy stocks are a pump, but I'm looking for. Yeah, I saw Uber Postmates, um, which makes me excited for Waiter because it's kind of the last now. Yeah, it's up again pre-market. I got a 228 entry on Waiter. I'm really happy with my entry. Interesting. Well, I was thinking about IDEX. IDEX continues to be a serious thorn in my side. Of they're a clearly fraudulent company, and I think people are going to get burned on it. And I would like to be a part of the process of helping that not happen. Bringing back the gold standard. Where are these guys located? Where are they located? Wait, Exchange Alley. It's on the same street as the New York Stock Exchange? Really? Really? There's the New York Stock Exchange. There is Ideanomics. Okay. Now, their Beijing office. Okay. Drive-in movie theater park? What is this? Satellite, show me. Uh, what the heck? Are you guys for real right now? Look at this. Does this look like there's anything here? There's nothing here. It's a field, guys. Unless they're saying this is their office. How do I get the street view? Do I zoom in enough? Will it let me go to street view? Bottom right corner. Street view. Click the highlighted areas. Where the... It won't let me. That's crazy. Morning, Martini. So, Martini, we're currently looking at the two offices for IDEX. So here's where IDEX apparently has their U.S. headquarters, and here's the New York Stock Exchange. So apparently they're right next to each other. And then their China office. Here's their China head office in Beijing. This, you see this empty field here that has a bunch of companies listed on it. Yeah, that's where their head office is. Just yikes! Come on, guys! Like, all right, they have another one. They have a Singapore office listed as well. So let's check out their Singapore office. Okay, so this is a place. This exists. Let's see if we can. I wanna rotate. Where is it? So it's this building right here. I mean, there's nothing here as far as signage, so it's nearly impossible to see what's going on. Hmm. Red flag, guys, please, with IDEX. Please be careful. Rita, check your DMs, by the way. I sent you 3 prime opportunities for today. Zom, not Zoom, Zom. Zomedica Pharmaceuticals. Let's check their pipeline. Okay, so they do pet products, which is a decent market. This would be okay if this was human trials. This would be 18 months out from market to give you a feel for it. Yeah, Joe, my thought on Zom is 18 months out. If they get approval, it's 18 months out before they have something at market. I don't know, but you lose all of your money, but yeah. I also don't like this is well, it technically is the biosector. It's outside of my realm in the biosector. I don't really trade that stocks. Um, do your due diligence is what I'll say. I'm not going to tell you whether you should be in it or not because I hear all the time from people about low cost stocks like this. So IPIX is something that I have a position in that is not optionable. It's OTC. It's got it was 18 cents when I got in, but the due diligence on it indicates that it's worth the investment. So you have to really know the stock that you're trading. You have to be especially sure if it's OTC, if it's this low cost stock. You have to really understand the play. Um, Otherwise, there's so much room to get burned. Yeah, I mean VWAP, I appreciate that, but I'm already up on it, and with I mean maybe you're talking about Zom, but Burlacidin is the key indicator out of all of the reports I read, probably 100 different drugs I read on with COVID. This is the one that out of all of them I picked, based off of the science and I work with regional labs. So I'm going to throw the general disclaimer in here, guys. At this point, just to make sure that you guys know that everything that's on here, guys, is opinion. There's nothing here that I'm offering ever as a you should take this trade or you should not take this trade. What I'm doing is an evaluation of DD, teaching you guys how to analyze stocks and make your own decisions. Um, Absolutely. Um, I'm okay with being negative. So like IDEX, right? IDEX, for example, I'm clearly negative on IDEX, but I'm negative on IDEX because that's the conclusion that we've come to after doing the DD on it. Zom, Zom, I just don't see a pipeline for 6 to 18 months. So I don't know that you would have to get in it now, if you were to play it and you thought the science was sound. But that's a whole new world of bio I have to learn as well because I'm almost positive. Yeah, this is huge. Yeah, they are up from 16, and I mean, there's a lot of people that made money on iPix as well on its rise here. This is on confirmation from the regional biolabs of its price movement. There's a lot of people that made cash on that. I'm still holding. I still think it's going to be a huge play, but yeah, there's money to be made on it for sure. But you have to do your due diligence. What else do we have here? Casti Pharma files. This can't really fall much further. I'm not familiar with Zip Trader. That's not a name that I know. Zip Trader. I'll have to check him out. I'm not familiar with him. This is just it, guys. All of these stars who are big now, who started by being complete degenerates. Yeah. I mean, like, this is why even when you get started, you need to have a strategy, a plan, and understand who you are. You can't just go out there firing off and seeing what sticks. These prank videos, these videos from the early 90s and the early 2000s are going to come back to bite you in the butt in a big way, in a huge way. It's negligent. And making an apology now, I don't know that that's enough, especially what I was just reading there. Like, you've got video footage of you out there. So I've been looking a little bit more into Doctor Disrespect, and apparently, what happened with Doctor Disrespect is himself, Ninja, and one other, maybe Shroud. The three of them were looking to make a transition off of Twitch onto a new trading platform. Um, well, I mean, Ninja and Shroud from Mixer. But they were all looking to go together to a new platform, and apparently they had a big deal signed up for that. Apparently, Dr. Disrespect was trying to recruit other Twitch streamers off of Twitch, and that's where they took some exception to it. Yeah, yeah, that's it. The new streaming platform of Spotify is what they were is is the rumor. So we already see Office Depot coming down from the $18, guys. Ninja and Shroud can, but Disrespect can't. Yeah, I mean, this is already down from 1820, and it's only 7 o'clock in the morning. I think we see Office Depot just continue to fall throughout the day. Um, Alterity Therapeutics, ATHE. So ATHD is on the Parkinsonian disorder. See, this is interesting because this is a knee-jerk reaction. Did you see Ice Poseidon? No, I don't know what that is. Ice Poseidon. He's a RuneScape streamer. Pleads with Twitch to unban him. IRL streamer. Weird. Yeah, I mean, Weird. Just a weird. Okay. All right, guys. I don't see any other breaking news. There's no huge movers other than these boys that we're already looking at here. This is on no volume that this is up 52%, which is a bit of a problem for me, but um, yeah, now Office Depot's down to 16. This thing is just going to keep falling. Can you short pre-market? Can you short? I don't know that you would get the shares on it. You'd have to find somebody that had ODP. Technically, it's possible for you to short pre-market, but I don't know that we get filled on it. Yeah, it was a reverse split. Yeah, I mean ODP Office Depot was a stock once upon a time. Um, its volume's not nil. There's millions on it. There's decent volatility on it. Yeah, so C Energy was a reverse split. These big guys, these big movers, stocks pre-market. C Energy is a reverse split. Office Depot has a reverse split after hours today. Which is why I'm saying somebody missed the cue on this one. Um, Alterity Therapeutics is on really thin news about their Parkinsonian drug, but they've hit the magical 100% mark. So, Lululemon news. Lululemon is looking to evolve into Mirror. It's like an AR in-home workout deal. Yeah, Mirror. Weekly live classes. So, if you think about what are those the bikes? Come on. I can't remember the name of the bikes. You know they came out around Peloton. Thank you. This is how little I trade this industry. Peloton, right? So uh, Peloton is essentially a glorified exercise bike with a live class system attached to it. Um, so what Lululemon is doing is it's just offering the classes, one-on-one personal training. So Lululemon's up, Peloton's down on that news. Getting more and more pumped for this, guys. I will be speaking September, October at the South Africa Innovation Summit. I'm going to be doing it remotely from here, but I will be speaking at the summit. Pretty pumped. South Africa is one of the few continents I haven't had the ability to speak on yet, so I'm really happy to speak to this new audience. There's some pretty crazy innovation coming out of Africa. All right, guys, 8 minutes. Anything else you want me to look at before we get out of here today? I was supposed to go last year in person, but I had some issues. I had my business partner pass away right around that time, as well as um, there was financial issues, as well as there was they were lighting people on fire. Um, any mergers or acquisitions? Uh, Novin, Novn, Novan Inc. Pharmaceutical company. Okay, so let's take a look at the pipeline. This is the first thing you should always do, guys, when you're looking at a bio stock. Before you dig into the science, take a look at the pipeline. Okay, so this is actually a lot more appealing, Joe. So you've got two that are coming towards the end of their phase 3 trials. Acne vulgaris, this is dermatology skincare. So, yeah, we've got a phase 2 trial underway. They've got a phase 2 trial for genital warts, high risk HPV. So they've got a good staggered pipeline. They've got two that are finishing phase 3. This actually looks like a really nice one. I would take a look at the data and the numbers on acne and on these two designations, the SB206 and the SB204. But that being said, this state of progress, this is probably 4 months out, 5 months out to market. So this is a much closer timeline on this. At the price that it's at, it's a decent price. I think with two approvals on the way, this has potential to go from 50 cents to $5. These aren't huge drug, like this isn't a cancer cure, right? So it's not going to go nearly as much. High risk HPV might be down the road. That might be a big one for them, but skin diseases aren't really, unless they're fatal skin diseases or something like leprosy. It won't spike as much, but I could see it at $5. I could see it at $5 in 12 months if it gets both approvals. The only merger and acquisition that I think anybody is talking about is Uber Eats acquiring Postmates. I think that's the big one right now, which is actually going to be positive news for Waiter. Waiter will be the last kind of independent out there. DoorDash is a privately held company, right? So Grubhub, Uber Eats, Waiter, and Postmates. Postmates was looking to IPO, but now they may not IPO. They may just go directly to Uber. So that I'm talking about the ones that have potential to be publicly traded. DoorDash isn't. It's a privately held company, unfortunately. But Waiter's doing just fine. Up to 280. Beauty. Beauty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that was enough for today. Hopefully that was helpful to you guys as we broke down IDEX a little further, took a look at ODP, took a look at what these reverse splits are doing. My estimate, 12-month estimate, is $8 on Waiter, which is higher than most of that.
Happy to help. I'll be back here again tomorrow morning, guys, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you missed the beginning and you want to catch what we broke down, guys, I'm going to do a rerun immediately after this so you guys can catch the rerun or check it out on YouTube later. I always throw it up. So with that being said, have an amazing day, guys, and I will catch you tomorrow morning.